Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk Philippine internet. Having a YouTube channel, we do quite a bit more on the internet than just kind of surf the web and download either programs or articles and that. We do a lot of uploading, of course, of videos that we take and that. And we've run into a lot of problems since the first of the year. So I'm going to try to explain to you of what it's like to live in the country in the Philippines and still be able to get internet. If you live in Manila, if you live in Cebu, or one of the major cities in the Philippines and are located close to a tower, then you're on the other side of the fence and you kind of know how easy it is to get internet and how easy it is to set it up by just getting a Wi-Fi and that and hooking your computer or your phone to the Wi-Fi in order to be able to upload. Out in the country, we have a whole different problem because of the distance from the towers in order to be able to do that. Beth wants to come in and sit down and get in on the video here. So I'm going to go through some of the options that are available. First, there are two companies here in the Philippines, Smart and Globe, that give internet service and that. And so you're always looking when you're out in the country, what's the closest Globe tower or the closest Smart tower. From there, you need to get some type of a Wi-Fi unit. I've got what they call the small Wi-Fi, which
pocket
is,
Wi-Fi.
they call it a pocket Wi-Fi unit. And of course, I got it hooked to a battery here. It's got its own internal supply in that. And this takes a signal, and of course, then you can hook up and attach your computer to it and receive the Wi-Fi signal through entering the code of this particular pocket Wi-Fi. Another direction you can go is what we call prepaid, and it's like this right here. And we go through Globe because we have the best reception here through Globe internet and that. And then the other option, and this has another thing about this has no external antenna. Everything is complete within the unit there. Likewise, the pocket Wi-Fi here has no external antenna, so you have to be fairly close and within good range in order to be able to pick up the signal from the tower. The final one here is an open line tattoo Wi-Fi, and again, this is from Globe, but being open line, we can use a Smart SIM in there or a Globe SIM. Now let me explain what it means by a SIM. You actually, very inexpensively, buy a little card that inserts, it's probably a little bit bigger than a memory card, that you insert into this, and it attaches you to either the Globe tower or the Smart tower, so you are able to receive your signal. You have to have a separate SIM for Smart, a separate SIM for Globe. What's nice about this unit, as you can see in the back here, are two wires attached that actually go up to an outside antenna, which we have located, probably about 15 feet above the house. So at least out in the country here, we've got some options. And up till about the first of the year, Beth was doing most of her uploading with this particular type unit, and it seemed to work real fine. After the first of the year, we started to run into serious problems of uploading, basically taking a 4 or 5 minute YouTube video and taking 22 to 24 hours to upload it on the internet, which is just atrocious, uncalled for. So what we had to do during the first few days that we opened Philippine X-Black Garden and Farm was we'd have to run into Taliban, get close to a tower there, either through the coffee shop that you've seen in a previous video, or actually sitting on the roadway somewhere close to one of the towers, and then do the uploading from there, knowing that we'd have a strong signal. Of course, to be able to do that on a consistent basis, we really didn't want to do, because running back and forth to town, we're about 10 kilometers from Taliban, and that just seemed really unreasonable. And that, so instead, we went with either the Globe or the Smart Sim. We actually bought both of them so we could have an outlook of which one was better here. Well, what we found out with this unit, neither one was good. And that we were downloading at about a speed of 2 to 3, uploading at a speed that's a little bit slower, 1.5 to maybe 2.5. And we were at a quandary at that particular point in time. The Pocket Tac 2, because we were just not able to upload at any type of speed. We could when the signal was good, which is 2 or 3 in the morning, fairly reasonable. You could upload in a matter of a few hours. So we got used to getting up at 2, 3 in the morning, working for 3, 4 hours. So the first bunch of videos that you see on Philippine Expat Garden and Farm were actually uploaded in the middle of the night. So much easier to do. The signal is the best at that particular time. During the day when the kids are up, school is going, and everything else, of course, the broadband here is not very broad, and so the amount of traffic indicates how long it's going to be for you to upload a particular video. And it got to the point where from early morning to late evening, impossible to be able to do. So we'd have to get up in the middle of the night to be able to do it. By chance, we had an old unit that Beth's sister was using. We decided to hook it up here, and this is the unit right here, a prepaid unit, got no external antenna. We set it up and hooked it up, and by a miracle, all at once we were getting download speeds of 17, 18, upload speeds of 15, 16, 17, which we have never been able to have in this particular location in Burgos and that. So we were absolutely amazed. And the last few videos that have been uploaded in a much shorter period of time and much easier to do than was previously done at the very beginning. Now the big quandary comes in, and we've gone into town a number of times in the last few days, of what is the big difference? Why are we getting such a good signal on an old unit that's prepaid, and yet on a new unit with external antennas that are about 15 feet up in the air, and that we're not getting any speeds greater than maybe 2.5 to 3, and upload speeds that are even slower than that. And that is kind of the problem we're having right now, is experimenting with all of these in order to be able to, what should I say, make it more convenient for us at home to be able to do this, take our videos and upload them from our farm here in Burgos and that. And we're still in the middle of discussing with our supplier here of exactly what we're going to do next. But it gives you an idea of what a lot of people in the country here, and that includes Dan at Blind Owl Outdoors. It includes Brian and Maricel at a foreigner farming in the Philippines, and that the problems that we all run into in order to bring to you the videos that we want you to enjoy. And that it's kind of been a constant battle. Hopefully all of us will fall into a groove here, that we're able to do it fairly consistently. And that right now we're basically on a prepaid with this, and finding out that because of the plans here, and oh gosh, you've got Go Surf plans, you've got Super Surf plans, you've got so many different plans to go by. It's absolutely amazing how anybody can even figure out which plan to go with, and especially for us YouTubers, where we need a good amount of gigabytes per month in order to be able to upload our videos and that. And this problem still has not been solved, and even this morning we were in town talking to our supplier and hopefully going to work out something, and as soon as we do, we'll kind of let you know and that of why on a new unit the speeds are so slow, yet on an older, what they call prepaid unit, which means you actually load a load of money in order for them to load time into it, so you can actually use it on the internet.
And that's the same SIM card, Globe, and this one is Globe.
Yeah, and we're using Globe in both of them right now because it seems to be the best for us at the location that we're at. I'm not sure about Dan, and I'm not sure about Brian, whether they're using, but I heard they may be using Smart, and again, whichever signal is strongest for the location that you're at. So we're still in the middle of this quandary of trying to figure it out and that. And what we did in the end was actually get what they call a retailer SIM. All phones here operate on a SIM card, especially for phones, and you preload money into it in order for it to operate for a certain amount of time. So you go in and put 100, 200, 300, 400 pesos of time worth on your SIM card, and then you can make your calls, you can do all whatever you want to do with your phone. As that dwindles down what's available, you have to upload again into the SIM card through paying a supplier of that. It's a retailer SIM, and starting today we got a retailer SIM, so we're actually able to deposit in the retailer wallet here an amount of money and then upload, whether it be a phone, whether it be a prepaid for the internet, and that we're able to do all those uploads here in order to keep them running in that. So it's another option that we're trying here. And the good part about this is that Beth's phone and that, instead of going into town now and having to upload a certain amount onto her phone so it'll operate, we can actually do it from here and that. So which is actually what you do is you upload an amount of money, and then you can upload different phones, and the money is subtracted from that total amount and that, and you just load more money into your retailer wallet that people come and load onto their phone. So if it sounds confusing, I'll tell you what, being from the U.S., it is very confusing, where the system seems so straightforward and so easy, and there's so many towers in so many places. No matter where you are, you're not very far from a tower, and are able to have speeds that we can't even begin to dream of here. You gotta realize the average speed of the internet in Japan is 22, 23, 24. South Korea 21, 22, 23. The average speed in the internet is 3 to 4. So you get an idea of the constant battle we're fighting here to try to get the best reception. If anybody has ideas, other ideas, or anybody from the Philippines that's overcome some of these problems, please let us know. Leave us a message. And while you're doing that, please subscribe to our site, Philippine Expat Garden and Farm. And Beth and I will be back with you soon. Thanks for viewing.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.